The universe is unimaginably old and our lives are just a blink in its timeline. Yet our curiosity drives us to dig into the earth, searching for clues about our origins. The ground beneath us is a library of ancient life, each fossil a page from a story billions of years in the making. These relics are our time machines, letting us glimpse worlds long vanished. Sometimes a paleontologist unearths a fossil that doesn't just add a new chapter, it rewrites the whole book. Such discoveries shake the scientific world, reminding us that our understanding of life's history is always evolving. The Earth is about 4.5 billion years old, and for most of that time, life was simple and microscopic. Then, around 540 million years ago, the Cambrian explosion changed everything. In a geological instant, complex life forms burst onto the scene, filling the oceans with bizarre and wonderful creatures. What triggered this explosion of life? Fossils are our only direct witnesses. That's why we dig, for clues, for context, to piece together the puzzle of our own existence. Our DNA is a living archive of this journey, connecting us to those ancient seas. When a new fossil is found, it's not just about a long-dead animal, it's about us. Each discovery helps us trace the winding path from single-celled organisms to a species capable of pondering the cosmos. The story of life is still being written, and every fossil is a new sentence. We are products of this immense history, shaped by the same forces that sculpted the earliest creatures. The Cambrian explosion was nature's grand experiment, and we are its latest result. So, when we uncover a new fossil, we're not just learning about the past, we're learning about ourselves. The quest to understand our origins is a journey through time, written in stone. And every discovery brings us closer to understanding the grand story of life. The cosmos is within us, and the story continues. Our story begins in the harsh, sun-baked Flinders Ranges of South Australia. Here, ancient seabeds have been thrust skyward, exposing the bones of the earth. Dr. Aris Thorne's team was searching for familiar Cambrian fossils, trilobites, early arthropods, the usual suspects. The work is slow and often fruitless. Hours of hiking, scanning, and splitting rocks for a glimpse of ancient life. On a sweltering day, graduate student Lena Petrova split open a piece of shale. Most splits reveal nothing, but this time she found something extraordinary. Imprinted in the rock was a creature unlike any known Cambrian fossil. It wasn't a trilobite or any familiar form. It was something far more complex. The fossil had a defined head, segmented body, feathery appendages, and, most astonishingly, hints of an internal circulatory system. Dr. Thorne recognized immediately, this was no ordinary find. The team carefully excavated the fossil, knowing its fragility could erase crucial information. Wrapped and protected, it began its journey back to the lab. There, advanced imaging and analysis would reveal its secrets. This was a messenger from a lost world, a fossil that could change everything. The real work was just beginning. In the lab, every detail would be scrutinized, every feature mapped. The team sensed they were on the verge of a discovery that could rewrite evolutionary history. What was this creature? How did it fit into the story of life? The answers lay hidden in stone, waiting to be revealed. Sometimes the most profound discoveries begin with a single, unexpected split in the rock. This was one of those moments. The fossil's journey from dust to discovery was just getting started. In the lab, excitement buzzed as the fossil was dubbed the Time Eater, Temporovorax crypticus. High-resolution electron microscopes revealed a creature of stunning complexity. It had a segmented body, gill-like structures, and advanced compound eyes, far beyond what was expected for its age. But the real shock came from inside. X-ray microtomography exposed a primitive circulatory system, a feature thought to have evolved much later. This was a paradox, an animal from 500 million years ago with traits from multiple evolutionary lineages. The Time Eater was a mosaic, blending features of arthropods, marine worms, and even early vertebrates. It didn't fit the established evolutionary tree, it challenged the very structure of life's history. This fossil wasn't just a new species, it was a chimera that defied classification. The discovery forced scientists to reconsider what they thought they knew about the origins of complex life. The Time Eater had devoured our timelines and opened a new chapter in evolutionary science. Why is Temporovorax a game-changer? Because it doesn't fit any known blueprint from the Cambrian explosion. Instead of following the established body plans, it mixes features from multiple groups. This suggests early evolution was wildly experimental, with nature mixing and matching traits in ways we never imagined. Tempora vorax challenges the idea of a linear, step-by-step evolutionary process. Its existence hints that the genetic toolkit for complexity was already in place, waiting to be activated in new combinations. If such a creature existed, what else might be missing from the fossil record? This fossil is a glimpse into a hidden history, a lost world of advanced, now vanished life. It's a reminder that the story of evolution is far from complete. The classic model of the Cambrian explosion imagined life branching out from a few simple forms. But Tempora vorax shatters this idea. Its mosaic traits suggest early animal evolution was more like a tangled bush than a neat tree. Convergent evolution, where different species independently evolve similar traits, may have been rampant. Perhaps early animals could switch genetic programs on and off, creating a wild diversity of forms. Many, like Tempora vorax, were evolutionary experiments. Successful for a time, but ultimately dead ends. These losers are crucial. They show us what was possible, not just what survived. The history of life isn't just about winners, it's about the full range of evolutionary creativity. The way life is today is just one outcome of a chaotic, creative process. Tempora vorax is a ghost from that forgotten world, reminding us of lost diversity. Its discovery forces us to rethink the very shape of life's history. Evolution's path was never predetermined. Where does Tempora vorax fit? That's the million-dollar question. Its features blur the lines between known groups, arthropods, vertebrates, and perhaps something entirely new. Some scientists argue it's an early arthropod, others think it represents a whole new phylum. If true, it would be the first new animal phylum in over a century. Tempora vorax challenges our entire system of classification, suggesting early life was a fluid web, not a tidy tree. The search is on for more fossils like it to fill in the gaps and redraw the map of the animal kingdom. This single fossil has sparked a new wave of exploration and debate. The story of life's origins just got a lot more interesting. The impact of Tempora vorax goes beyond paleontology. It shakes the foundations of evolutionary biology. Evo Devo, the study of how genes shape development, finds real-world proof in this fossil. The genetic toolkit for building complex features was likely present early on. Evolution was about remixing, not inventing from scratch. Tempora vorax shows how rapid genetic reshuffling could drive evolutionary leaps, explaining the Cambrian explosion's speed and creativity. Our own bodies are built from these ancient genetic pathways. The same genes that shaped the Time Eater's circulatory system may have evolved into our own. We are connected to this strange Cambrian creature by a shared genetic heritage. It's a humbling reminder of our place in the grand story of life. Why care about a 500-million-year-old fossil? Because understanding ancient life is key to understanding ourselves and our world. Fossils like Tempora vorax are data points in the grand experiment of life, showing what's possible and what's at stake. They help us understand how ecosystems respond to change, vital knowledge in an era of climate crisis. They guide our search for life beyond Earth, revealing the conditions that foster complexity. Discoveries like this inspire wonder, curiosity, and the next generation of scientists. Studying our planet's deep past is an act of self-discovery. Each fossil connects us to a 4-billion-year legacy. The story of Tempora vorax is a reminder that we are part of something much larger. The discovery of Tempora vorax isn't the end. It's a new beginning. It opens doors to a stranger, more complex past than we imagined. Every fossil is a puzzle piece, and this one doesn't fit the old picture. That's the beauty of science. It's about asking better questions, not just finding answers. Tempora vorax has reignited the search for early life, sparking new research and exploration. We've learned that evolution was more creative and unpredictable than we thought. Our knowledge is always provisional, always evolving. Beneath our feet lie buried worlds, waiting to be discovered. Scientists are out there searching for the next clue, the next Tempora vorax. The quest to understand our origins is never-ending. The story of life is written in stone, we just have to keep reading.